Today I'm on a mission, an adventure, a journey to platinum the most profitable entertainment product of all time. Released in 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 200 million copies so far. And thanks to lots of online updates and microtransactions, it is the highest grossing entertainment product ever. Before the first trophy though, there is something we must discuss. Yes, I am playing in first person. Put your pitchforks away, no I don't prefer it. Rolling in first person actually makes me want to vomit, but there's a trophy called a new perspective for playing 15 hours in first person. So rather than just sit AFK and wait around for the trophy, I'm gonna man up and do it while I'm actively playing the game. With the rambling at the start of the video finally over, we steal a car as Franklin, race Lamar through the streets of Los Santos and drop it off at the dealership to collect my first trophy. If you were curious, here's a rough plan for this video that I definitely spent a lot of time making. Anyway, it's heist time and we need money to pay off a head of a drug cartel. So we assemble a team, knock out everyone in a jewelry store, grab everything we can carry, and flee from police, eventually losing them and hiding in the back of a van. That is my first heist complete and my second trophy in the game. This came roughly 3 hours of gameplay after my first trophy. If you're familiar with the game at all, you'll know here is where we finally get to play as Trevor. After taking care of some rivals, Trevor heads into town for his reunion with Michael, and after completing the mission Fame or Shame, which requires you to chase a guy called Laszlo down in a truck, finishing the mission got me the next trophy. Stealing season is back baby, and we're robbing from Merryweather. The plan is to steal something very valuable from the Merryweather boat and escape with it using a submarine. But after the heist, Lester's like, no, you can't steal super weapon. So we have to give it back and we get no money for doing the heist, nothing at all. After that disappointment, where do we turn during bad times? That's right, the stock market. For the trophy trading pure alpha, I need to make a profit in the stock market. Certain missions completed by Franklin directly influence the stock market. So I'm able to conveniently make a nice profit by guessing the right company and collect my trophy for doing so. For the third heist, we don't get to choose how to approach it this time. We have to ram into an armoured truck, but before we can scoop everything up, the police come swarming us. After putting enough of the police officers to sleep, there is a brief window to escape. Finishing the heist gave me one more trophy. We get the next trophy for finishing another part of the story. The ending to this mission might have possibly one of the best scenes in the whole game. I mean, just listen to it.
I asked for a fair day's pay after a fair day's work. Then he kind of got a little angry. So I admit, I kind of got a little angry.
Did you kill him?
What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him.
Oh, fuck.
But I did kidnap his wife. Oh.
Anyway, after my mission was complete, I got the next trophy. Damn boy, would you look at that, it's heist time again. After robbing a bank in Paleto Bay, we aren't fast enough to escape before police arrive. As planned, we have to shoot our way through the police, with Franklin helping us escape. We lose them on a train, and I get another trophy for finishing the fourth heist of the game. So I've not actually spoke about a lot of the plot of the game. It would make the video about 3 hours long if I covered everything, especially considering most of it isn't tied to any trophies. This next mission takes place in the same place as the prologue that you saw in the intro. Trevor discovers the body of their friend Brad, who he was told that he was in prison. Basically, they buried Brad in a fake grave for Michael and lied to Trevor the whole time about him being alive. Finishing the mission gave me the Moment of Truth trophy. So how does Michael actually move on from Trevor's discovery? Is it option A, run away, or is it option B, heist time? Don't be stupid, of course it's heist time. This time we break into a federal building, steal some sensitive data, shoot up the place and leave with the information and the next trophy secured. One final heist stands in our way from completing the game, the big score. The plan is to steal roughly $200 million worth of gold from the Union Depository. Now in order to do this, I had to drill my way into the vault and blow open the doors, slightly reduce the local population trying to stop us from taking the gold, and then airlift the gold away from the vault and onto a train we had sourced earlier, making our getaway. The heist is actually quite long and very entertaining, but with that done we get our second to last main story trophy that leaves just one last thing to do. To get the trophy to live or die in Los Santos, Franklin is forced into making a decision: kill Michael, kill Trevor, or option C. Now killing Michael or Trevor would lock us out of some trophies, so it isn't an option anyway, but if you choose anything other than option C anyway, you need to go straight to jail. After choosing option C, the three clean up any loose ends by taking out targets for each other. The boys meet up and take care of one last guy, and the trophy pops for the last main story mission as the credits for the game roll. To start the very long cleanup process, we can purchase the Mackenzie airfield as Trevor. This would have been missable had we bonked him earlier, but after purchasing the hangar we could do 5 land and air races. These aren't very long or difficult, but finishing these 5 races unlocks me the arms race trophy. After finishing with the airfield, I bought the Sonar Collections dock. This allows you to use a submarine to go around the map and collect nuclear waste. See, to get the next trophy I needed to collect all 30 of them, and after spending multiple hours driving this little yellow Happy Meal toy around, I picked up the last nuclear waste and got no trophy. For some reason it just didn't give me it. Even the social club website showed that I had completed this, and to make matters worse I did not have a save file to go back to, so I guess we'll just fucking come back to it later. To take my anger out, I decided to complete all of Trevor's rampages. These are just short events that you get to shoot as many people as possible, and there are 5 in total, so naturally finishing the 5th one got me the next trophy. The trophy 3 Man's Army requires you to survive 3 minutes with a 3-star wanted level or higher with all characters together. To do this you just ring the other 2 characters, pick them up and cruise around the runway at the airport for a couple of minutes, getting the next trophy. Next I had to check the last known location of a bail bond target, find him and return him alive to unlock another trophy. To prepare myself for quite possibly my least favourite trophy in the whole game, I had to get Michael a nice new car and picked up a trophy for fully modding it at Los Santos Customs. It didn't last very long, I lost the car maybe 5 minutes later. After that I started work on the Kiflom trophy. I'll explain this the best I can. This is a series of side missions that make you complete an evaluation on a website, attend a meeting and pay $5,000 to Definitely Not a Cult, get renamed and steal 5 cars for the 100% Not a Cult, run around looking for artifacts, donate even more money to fund them, buy a robe for an outrageous price of $25,000 and then wear it for 10 days straight, or more accurately, sleep in a bed 40 times so I could skip 10 days. We then fly their plane to the Sandy Shores airport for them, before having to run literally 5 miles through the desert. I actually died halfway through the desert too, so my miles reset and I had to redo this part. And then the final mission gives you the choice of accepting what they say and getting a rusty tractor, or killing everyone and getting away with the $2 million and their car. Not a hard choice if you ask me. I also actually got the trophy for spending 15 hours in first person during these missions too, so I can finally go back to playing in third person. After buying the taxi business as Franklin, I completed a private fare for a trophy. There are 50 spaceship parts you can collect across the map, and I had to go and collect each one of them. But whoever decided to put part 35 here, you better sleep with one eye open tonight. I spent an insane amount of time trying to parachute here. Please, if you're doing this yourself, just land a buzzard here. It has small enough blades to be able to land here just fine, and I didn't know this till a lot longer than I'd like to admit. Which Franklin can then drop them off and unlock a space buggy and a trophy for doing so. Just like spaceship parts, there are another 50 collectibles we can collect. These are called letter scraps. They are all tied to a confession made by a man, and we have to go and help him take a quick nap to get the next trophy.
Say hello to Leonora, motherfucker.
The year is 2014. You're cruising around in your new Zentorno and you accidentally complete a stunt jump. Well, there are 50 of these stunt jumps in total, and I had to go around the map and complete them all. The 50th and final one gave me a trophy. Next I had to fly under all 50 bridges and complete all 15 knife flights. A knife flight is just something you do with a plane in between buildings. Anyway, none of these are very hard and I easily got the next trophy. The next trophy requires you to pick up someone in need of a ride as Trevor, and you can either drop them off or take them to a nearby cult. Now that's a damn good deal for a trophy if you ask me. To get the trophy, a lot of cheddar, I needed to spend $200 million across all characters. To do this, I was investing in the stock market between Franklin missions to raise enough money, completely forgetting that this spending counts towards the total and unlocking the trophy on accident. Now to give you a quick summary, at this point I was almost done with story mode trophies, only a couple trophies remained, but one of these trophies in particular I'd completely forgotten about and had been avoiding for ages. But before then, I headed to Ammunition to fully customise a gun for a trophy before starting the multi-discipline trophy. This requires you to get a gold medal in the following: a single shooting range competition, a triathlon. Hold on, pause this video. Who decided to make this triathlon 30 minutes long? I'm shocked my X button still works on my controller after pressing it what felt like 8 million times. A flight school lesson, a sea race, a street race and an off-road race. After that off-road race, I had 82% of the game complete and I still needed to finish a lot of the hobbies, random events and miscellaneous stuff. It's essentially just a big long checklist of stuff, with things like playing golf, tennis and darts, finishing all the shooting range challenges, going to the cinema, visiting your mother while she is at work, beating every street, off-road and sea race, just things like that. It would take a long time to explain everything, but I did it and we're moving on. Finally, the trophy I'd been putting off for ages, solid gold baby. For this, I need to replay missions and get a gold medal. This is done by meeting certain requirements. For example, in the mission Repossession, I need to finish it in under 6 minutes and 30, shoot a gas trail, kill 6 enemies with headshots and finish with 70% or higher accuracy. I would need to go through missions completing these requirements until I had 70 gold medals. It isn't difficult at all, just quite time consuming. In fact, my only real complaint about this, after each mission replayed, you have to load back into story mode, and on my old PS4 that's basically ready for retirement, it takes a very long time to load back in. So it was a very slow process, especially if I failed a mission. With that done, I had 2 story mode trophies left. I used a helicopter to explore all of the map, and I swam out into the ocean until I got killed by a shark. Well actually, there is still the submarine trophy that didn't work earlier, but I'm leaving that until the end. Going into online, I had a plan, but first I needed to create a character. I'd already played Grand Theft Auto Online before, so I already had 3 trophies, but these are really short and don't affect it in any way. So yeah, I had a plan. I went to complete the first 2 missions for a guy called Dax. For the first one, I had to survive a shootout and then steal and take an RV to the city. For the second one, I had to attempt to steal some equipment, and after that failed, I had to shoot up their clubhouse and photograph their plans. I did this because these missions give a good first time bonus for the pay, and with that done I was able to afford my first apartment and garage, and I picked up a free car. With that done I got the American Dream trophy. I wanted to actually get to work on the longest trophy first, which is getting to level 100. Step 1 of my plan was to pick up every collectible I could find for the XP reward it gave without going completely insane. I picked up 54 playing cards. While doing this, I actually hit level 25, which is a trophy itself. 100 LD products, 100 action figures, I destroyed 50 signal jammers and returned 7 out of the 10 movie props. After returning 7 of the props, I hit level 50 and got another trophy. But if you're wondering why I didn't return all 10, the last 3 are random spawning events and I didn't want to waste any time waiting around for stuff to happen. So yeah, after doing 311 collectibles, I was only level 50. That isn't even close to level 100 since the XP required increases after each level. So it's time to move on to phase 2. After buying a CEO office, you can invest in a crate warehouse. This allows you to source and sell cargo. Now sourcing cargo gives between 2 and 3,000 XP depending on how long it takes you to do it. and selling it will give between 5 and 6,000 XP, also depending on how long it takes you to do it. Therefore, the idea is to source cargo and then sell it. I invested in multiple warehouses to avoid cooldowns on buying and selling, but I spent hours upon hours each day doing this over and over again. I literally cannot show you the whole thing, otherwise you'd be here all week watching this video, but I did eventually get the trophy. By the end of it, I had sourced cargo 61 times and done 156 sales. After that, it was smooth sailing. I called for a backup helicopter for the first time. I then went across the map and robbed every single store in the game.
I really need to get insurance.
I then finished a survival. This is just 10 waves of enemies that get harder as it goes on. Very similar to a survival, I finished a gang attack. It's basically just a one wave survival kinda. For the trophy Enjoy Your Stay, I needed to participate in everything Grand Theft Auto Online had to offer, just like I did in story mode. I had to play golf, tennis and darts, do an arm wrestle, go to the shooting range, go back to your mother's work and get a lap dance this time, buy clothes, get a tattoo and change my hairstyle to get the trophy. Now the next two trophies are fairly easy if you have friends. Sorry to 80% of the people watching this video. I had to complete a job as a member of a crew and win 5 races using custom vehicles. For the trophy decorated, I needed to get 30 platinum medals, just like in story mode when I got the gold medal. I had already got most of the ones I needed just from playing the game, like you get some for example for finishing the Dax missions. So for my last medal, I wanted to be nostalgic and finish a heist with random people. That proved slightly harder than I would have expected it to be, but I eventually finished the original bank heist with a random player, giving me the decorated trophy. Maybe one of the more annoying parts of Grand Theft Auto Online, some of these trophies are tied to modes that basically nobody plays anymore in 2024. So I sat in a lobby waiting for 2 random people to join a rally race, and once I did eventually find people, I won the race as a co-driver and got the next trophy. So, I'm not going to be able to show them all, because a lot of these I'd already done while playing the game, and I literally have 350 gigabytes of recorded footage. I have no idea where half of these things took place. But for the next trophy I had to win at a deathmatch, a team deathmatch, a land, air and sea race, a Grand Theft Auto race and a rally race, an arm wrestling, darts, golf and tennis, complete all the waves of a survival, win any challenge at the shooting range, parachuting, finish a gang attack, win a vehicle deathmatch, a last team standing match, an impromptu race and finally an impromptu deathmatch. Once I finished off the deathmatch, I got probably the last long online trophy out the way. For my last online trophy, I had to kill a mugger after I've been mugged, but I didn't know anyone high enough level to send one after me. So I had to resort to begging in a public lobby. Eventually someone was kind enough to send one after me, and I killed him, giving me my last online trophy. There was only one thing left to do. I had to go back into the story mode and replay the game all the way until I could rebuy the Sona collection stock and reattempt the trophy. I made a save file and tried over and over to get the trophy, but I had no luck at all. And I saw someone online suggested to try the trophy after turning your internet off on your console. I have no idea why it worked, but I did it and I got the last trophy I needed, unlocking the platinum trophy for Grand Theft Auto 5. Whether you liked or disliked the video, whether you enjoyed it or not, thank you for watching.